Welcome back to Cards and Comics. Today I'm continuing my journey into the 90s with a box of 91 OPC Premier Baseball. Now, so we'll get out of the way that this is not going to be the most exciting box break, because in general there's no inserts and there's no rookies in this product. Now, this product came out to a lot of excitement from me and from a lot of collectors, because the hockey set was super popular and had good rookies in it, and people just loved the new design, because you got to remember, OPC was a Topps mimic or parallel or version of Topps for so long. This was sort of like OPC kind of coming out with a premium version of a card, and no one had really seen this before. And again, the hockey set came out and it was super popular because it had tons of cool rookies and people really wanted those cards. And so people thought the same thing would kind of happen to baseball, but they didn't include any really good rookies. There's no Pudge, there's no Chipper, so it's not really gone and let's say aged very well. I believe there's no inserts in this product. It's just a base card set. So we'll open it up and kind of see what, I still think the design holds up, because it's basically a mirror image of the hockey design. But on the old excitement meter, honestly, this unfortunately would rate probably closer to a 3, because there's really nothing in here that we can pull that's really worth a ton. But we'll do it. We'll kind of open this up in a little bit of a style, and that I've seen folks do, where you kind of open 4 or 5 packs at a time. That way we can kind of get through it a little quicker, because again, I do like the base card design, and I think they're nice cards, but I don't think that there's tons of cards in here. And again, we'll keep the Griffeys and the Thomases and all the big stars, just like we always do. But I'm not sure that there is a ton of wow factor cards in here where you're gonna be, oh my god, that's such a cool card. No parallels, no inserts. Again, and this is 91, guys. I mean, this is a little bit much to ask, right? Because really, there was no parallels yet. There was only rookie cards, and Donruss had done the first year of Elites, in 91. Because I don't think 90 had Elites. So it was the infancy of baseball cards. I mean, this is like 91 Topps just hit. You're gonna hit 89 upper deck. But like, you gotta remember, Stadium Club was this year, so the super premium cards had just really started. So this is all kind of like the beginning of the modern card movement, right? So let's look at some cards here. We open a few packs. And again, the design is so similar to, it's basically 91. It's basically the hockey set, right? So when these cards came out, I will be honest, I opened tons of packs. I thought this was going to be a banger set that people would love. And you got to remember, I was still a set collector. I was buying cards to build sets. I put together tons of sets in the 90s. I put together the 91 Stadium Club set. I mean, from packs, all from scratch. It's just, that's what you did. And I was still doing that. And I kind of missed that a little bit, but it's kind of gone over, by with the dodos, so to speak. So we haven't hit anybody real good. There's a Cal Ripken. That's a cool card. Love the Ripken, Again, I like the photographs. I like the design. This product is not a bad looking product. And you got to remember, like in 91, honestly, a lot of the design sucked. Donruss was terrible. Fleer was terrible. Topps was pretty good in 91. No, Topps was excellent in 91. Topps really saved 91, because you got to remember, Upper Deck was terrible at this time too. It's like we had, there was a lot of really just awful designs in 91. Oh, there's King Griffey Jr. Very cool. So I'll show the Griffey off a little bit. Yeah, it's a nice looking card design. Again, the nice little photo of the back. The backs kind of look like the Topps big backs, honestly. So there's Griffey. So we hit a Griffey. And we hit Cal Ripken. So, but yeah, and there's a Ricky Henderson. I do like on some of the players, like, hit 939 stolen bag. There's a Roger Clemens. And so I do feel like they had really good photography. Delano Shields. And they really tried to make the cards look, cool. And, in 91, I'm trying to think of another set that had a better design than this, because I think Topps was number one in design, but Upper Deck was crap in 91, in my opinion. I did not like 91 Upper Deck. I did not like 91 Fleer. Did not like 91 Donruss. Trying to think of any other sets that were just amazing. 91 Bowman was okay. Again, pretty plain. Bowman didn't become Bowman until 92. 92 Bowman is pretty incredible. Yeah, as far as just how they rebranded that product. I mean, they went from kind of the most boring, design possible to something that was just, pretty amazing for the time period, because they didn't have to do that. That's the part that always confuses me. They said, like, we're going to make the cards ultra premium and throw tons of rookies in it, and loved it. I mean, I think it really just became a thing, right? I mean, but they did it on their own. There was no really blueprint for doing all that. So that was kind of like, we don't give Topps enough credit for coming up with good ideas. That was a really good idea, to take the Bowman brand and make it a rookie focused, and to increase the premium and make the cards premium. Then later on, they added autographs. I mean, they added chrome, and they did all kinds of stuff. Bowman's Best. They made that set really super premium, right? And, at the time, it was another Cal Ripken. You gotta remember, at the time, like, Bowman was like in 89, 90, and 91 was, kind of like a bottom feeder. It was another Griffey. That's cool. 2 Griffies in one box. That's awesome. So I just feel like they don't get enough credit for what they did. I mean, they made up a whole new premium line of products out of kind of junk. And yeah, another Griffey. Wow, this is kind of crazy. 3rd Griffey in the box. So we're doing really well on our Griffies. Doesn't happen all the time where I get multiple of Griffey, like 3 different Griffies in one box, and then 2 Ripkins. So we're hitting kind of the same cards. And this is, I think I remember this too. That correlation in these boxes was terrible. Like right now, like, you could get 7 the same guy, and it took forever to build a set from this product because you got such terrible correlation. Now, do I think that this product is, just, it's a product of its time. I don't think today people would open it for anything other than nostalgia, to maybe get some cards, to do some on-card autos. Oops, sorry. Oh my gosh. Actually, don't do that. Sorry about that. To do some on-card autos. But other than that, I don't see there's enough value here for a collector to go back and really want to explore this set. And it's kind of unfortunate because, again, it is probably the second best designed product in the 90s. 91. All right, look at this. Just another Griffey. This is getting kind of crazy. 4th Griffey in a row. Or 4th Griffey. Sorry, not in a row, but 4th Griffey. I think that's, just, and again, I call this like 90s distribution, This is not something that is abnormal. Like, I've had, that 95 95 finest update box was insane on how terrible collation it was. So, it happens. Topps does the same thing. I think there was also a really strong emphasis on Blue Jays and Expos players. Like, there's 3 in a row. So I think they were really trying to get both. Now, there is something I didn't point out earlier, was the cards are bilingual. And but yeah, on the front and the back, so you can see right there. So Paul Malter, cool card. So they paid it, Curry bucket. A little more extra attention to the Mets, the Expos and the Blue Jays. And again, if that would have been Mike Messina, we'd have a rookie card, but we don't. We don't have a Mike Messina, unfortunately. And that's the big mystery to me about the 90s is this. And it just goes across everything is, how did so many manufacturers miss so many rookies? Like, it's insane how so many rookies got missed in so many products. You would think, like, I know in 92, like when Piazza came up and started, doing some stuff, Score, issued some stuff. A-Rod, they issued some stuff so that they could get him into some products, like rookie traded. But like, for the most part, Topps didn't give a crap. They just let the rookies not exist, sometimes in their set. They would sometimes catch him in the traded, but it's like, manufacturers wouldn't alter their set design to include hot rookies until later in the 90s, right? You see that sometimes where a player gets added, after the fact, or the checklist is done and then they add another card to it because they want to get a hot guy in the set. But, you would think that you would alter your set design, to get the hot rookies in if you could. But, they were never doing that. But Rene Gonzalez, again, that's a good example of just shoehorning some of those guys. And there's a Frank Thomas. It's a great Frank Thomas. Again, I think these cards would be great to do some in-person autos. If you're at a card show and you wanted a card. I think this may have, 90 upper deck. No, not a rookie. I just remember getting the Kevin Moss back in the day and being excited for like a minute, when his upper deck rookie was going nuts. I remember to this day getting a Kevin Moss rookie out of a pack and being super excited. I also remember getting, Mo Vaughn. I think he was close to being a rookie in this time period. I remember also there's Bray Bonds, still at a Pirate. I still like when I pull these cards and he's still a Pirate. It gives me back memories. The other player I remember pulling and just being in love because it was worth some money was Greg Jeffries. I pulled his rookie out of Donruss one time. There's Canseco. That's a great looking photo of him. Again, the set itself is very nice looking. And like if somebody did, I would really like, I would actually, like if someone ever did this, that would be really cool. Like if someone put together a PSA 10 set, or you probably can't do it because I'm sure there's some people in here deceased, but have a complete set autographed. That would be really cool. That would be something I would really enjoy because I think the set itself, again, is very, very attractive. So, if someone was nutsoid, because you kind of have to be with what it costs to grade. Maybe they did it back in the early days of grading, got a bunch of these cards graded. But, a PSA 10 set, would be pretty awesome. Or, having an autograph set. I think that would be kind of cool. I'm not sure there's, again, I think, from my perspective, I'm not sure there's a lot of people that really remember this set, honestly. It's you got the hockey set, and people don't really remember there's a baseball set. We haven't hit the Nolan Ryan. That's the other kind of big card I was hoping to hit. It's a product that it had its such a short run where it reminded me a little bit of Stadium Club, right? Because you remember 91 Stadium Club. I guess that would be, I was kind of being silly. 91 Stadium Club obviously probably is better design and a better product. So you got Topps, you got Stadium Club, but it might be number 3 in the 90s, right? In 91. anyway, 91. Could be the third best set issued in 91 in terms of design. Not in terms of value or maybe even player selection. But that's still, pretty good. But yeah, I think today it's such a lost set. I'm not sure people even remember it existed. Because it's, they did, I'm pretty sure they did a 92 OPC Premier set too. That again was very similar in design. Actually, they really did that whole upper deck thing where they just like moved the borders around, or like just like barely changed the set and called it a new set, and everyone was like, yeah, no, another Griffey. It's amazing. I think that's our 5th Griffey. Yeah, people were just like, it's a cool design, but it's not good enough for 2 years in a row. And it's just kind of lazy. I think that, and it really took off. I mean, OPC Premier, and then, hockey was big. And then they became OPC like Platinum. That, became, there became kind of like the Chrome version of the set, which very much took the Bowman playbook and just ran with it. They said, oh, we're just going to make a premium set, and we're going to make it Chrome and have refractors and put autos in it. And now you've got that. So, hockey kind of stole the Bowman idea and just did it with OPC. So it's, there it is. Juan Gonzalez. Mel Rojas. So yeah, there it is, guys. That's a box of 91 OPC. The cool thing is, and I think it's kind of fun, is we pulled a ton of King Griffey Jr. cards. 1 Frank Thomas. That's 2 Griffies, 3 Griffies, 4 Griffies, 5 Griffies. So we hit five King Griffey Jr. cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. If anyone wants one of these King Griffey Jr. cards, I will give 3 away. I will keep 1 for myself just because I'm probably, I don't show you anyone to have one of these cards after the years. Give 1 to a friend, and 3 away to anyone in the comments who wants a 91 OPC fresh pack pulled. If more than 3 people want it, I'll just random it off. And let me know, and I'll send a Griffey to your way. But cool cards, very nice design. Probably maybe the 3rd best design of 91, but unfortunately no value really in these cards. And I think it's just kind of a shame because they could have made this kind of like how hockey went down and made it super premium and super cool. I think people would have liked it, but it never happened. And the brand never took off in baseball, and it kind of became a hockey brand, and the rest is history. So there it is, guys. That's my box of 91 OPC Premier. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you want a Griffey card, and I'll see you next time on Cards and Comics. Bye.